Okay, section 5.3, monomial factors of polynomials. Know your vocabulary at the top. Let's take a look at some of these. I'm going to do some odds, and it says divide. Assume that no denominator equals 0. Whenever we divide, we assume no denominator equals 0, right? Because we've said that. So here's number 1, 4a plus 12 divided by 4. The first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to factor the numerator. Okay? I'm going to teach you how to factor that numerator. That numerator looks like, gee, how can I factor that? I got a 4a plus 12. But really, what did you do when you distributed? So we're going to kind of like what I'm going to call undistribute that numerator. What goes into 4? And look at the numbers, 4 and 12. They're both divisible by something. What is it?
4.
4, right? Well, couldn't I rewrite that numerator as 4 times what plus what? What would I distribute that 4 back into to get 4a plus 12?
1.
No, 4 times what gives me?
1a.
4a.
1a.
1a. 4 times what gives me? 12.
3.
3. Do you see what I just did?
Yes.
Now I have a product. I have a product implied right here. This is so important because this is one of the most common mistakes you guys will ever make, and I'm going to show you what that mistake is right now. As soon as I cancel out these 4's, right? Because 4 goes into 4 once, 4 goes into 4 once, and I'm just left with this simplified fraction as a plus 3. Okay? Now I'm going to show you what you guys are going to want to do. And you want to do this all the time, right? Because I know you. I've seen it 100 times. 4a plus 7 over 4. And everybody goes, oh, I can cancel this out here and here, right? I've seen that 100 million times so far. Okay? Well, I'm exaggerating. Can't do it. It's got to be into everything in the numerator. If 4 does not go into 7, so you cannot do this. Okay? Don't do it.
Can you make a decimal?
Okay? No. Okay, so let's go on and do some more.
You can get 1 3/4.
Yeah.
But we're not. It says evenly, right? If you look at, remember I said divisibility means evenly. So number 3. Let's take some practice on this. 20n minus 16, guys, over 4. Now, when I don't have a binomial on the denominator, I'm looking at something. Doesn't it make sense to look at the numerator and say, gee, what goes into all 3 of those numbers? Okay? If I have a binomial on the top, doesn't it make sense that 4 is going to be the one thing that gets divided into something? Yep. Okay. What are 16 and 20? What's their greatest common factor?
4.
4, right? Excuse me. So let's take out a 4. You're going to, when you have a binomial, think of undistributing it. I can't do anything to that 4 down there, right? Now, draw your umbrella, put your sign in here. The sign is exactly like this sign. You've got a skeleton now, right?
Yay.
Now, follow this one. 4 times, what am I going to put here gives me 20n?
5.
5n. Okay? Now 4 times what gives me 16? Okay? And now what have I got? This goes into here once. I've got a product. I can cancel it out. And I'm left with 5n minus 4.
Wait, I have a question.
Yes.
How do you do the one you said you can't do if you can't stop?
Then it's simplified as far as you could go.
So the answer is,
This fraction up here,
the answer is 4.
4a plus 7 over 4, that is as simple as it can be.
You do a plus 1 and 3/4.
No, because it says evenly. We're talking about this paper. At the very top it says vocabulary. Remember I told you? Evenly. Evenly goes into. We're not going to talk about fractional goes intos. Okay? No fractional goes intos. All right, so let's do the next one. Now the next one we have a trinomials. We have 2m minus 4n plus 6, all divided by 2. So think about the numerator. What goes into all three of these? 2m, 4n, and 6. 2, right? So I'm still, just because I have 3 terms doesn't mean I can't undistribute that. But I'm going to put my skeleton up here. It's going to be a bigger one, right? So basically this, and I'm going to put my minus sign here and my plus sign here, just like I got over there. Okay? 2 times what gives me 2m?
2m.
1m.
Oh.
And 2 times, what am I going to put here to give me
2m.
4n?
2m.
2n. And then what am I going to put here to
3.
give me 3?
2.
Now you can cancel out your 2's. You divide both numerator and denominator by 2, right? And I get m minus 2n plus 3 for my simplified version. Okay? Yes?
Isn't it easier to do, like, 2 goes into 2n1, so n, and 2 goes into 4, 2.
That's what she's practically saying.
Yeah, but I'm,
The reason I'm doing it this way is because remember the thing I told you in the green that you would make the mistake? That's why you make that mistake. Yes, you can do what you're saying, Weston, as long as you're careful and make sure that it goes into every term of the numerator. Okay? All right. Now, let's go on and do some other ones. Let's do some with some more variables in them. How about number 9, 12y? I'm going to skip down to some harder ones. Minus 18y squared minus 6y cubed all over 6y. Okay, let's look at the numerator and say, what can I factor out of there? What are they? 6, 18, and 12. What's the greatest common factor of all those in the numeric? Just the coefficient. 6. 6 goes into everything. Now let's take a look at our variables. Do they all have a variable in common?
Yes.
What is it?
6.
Why?
It's what?
Why?
Y.
Oh.
Okay? Now,
6.
when you look at your variables, you have to take the lowest exponent. You cannot take the highest out. You always take the lowest. So what do I have? What do I have to bring out? Y to the what?
What of 0? The
One.
first.
Y to the 1, or just Y.
To the 1.
Now I can draw the parentheses, put my signs in, okay? And now I've got 6y down here. Whoa. Notice they match. Okay. What have I got left? Do I have to draw these umbrellas? What do I got left? I got 3 things. What am I going to put in the first one?
Of y. Or no. 2 y.
2.
Yeah.
What am I going to put the next one?
3y.
3y. Good. What am I going to put the next one?
1 y to the second.
Y to the second. Okay, guys, come on. Focus. And now I can cancel out here and here, and I end up with 2 minus 3y minus y squared. Do you see that? It's kind of fun, actually.
I know, that's fun.
Okay, let's do number 13. One more like that. 12r to the 4th. I hope you're putting these in your notes so that you have them to look at tonight when you have to do the evens. And we ran out of time. So
have to do homework.
yeah, you're doing the evens on this.
Thanks.